Hey everybody, this is James Santos with my Week 7 video post for your viewing pleasures. Alright, so the topic for this week is divorce. First question is, why do people divorce after 30 to 40 years of marriage? And I think that the book highlighted it quite well, saying that there are issues if there are issues in a marriage, it happens at the very beginning or early on, and all these marital strains are heightened by longevity. And so any discord that exists between spouses, and if it isn't taken care of over the years, these issues are going to compound and then ultimately will lead to divorce. And also, I think another reason why divorce is more prevalent is that it's more accepted than it has been in each previous generation. So before, it might not have seemed to be an option, but now, even though it's not ideal to some or to many, that it's actually a route that they can actually take now. And I do think that it is hard on the elderly, socially and financially, unless both spouses are economically independent and have the resources. But that's often not the case, and I thought it was interesting that there's more social support for widowers than there is for divorcees. And also, I think that it is difficult socially because you end up having like the same friends, like the couple friends. And so after divorce, I think there is some dissension about who can be friends with who, so that just is a detriment on the person's social life. And I do think that it also will have an effect on children, no matter what the age of the child is. And I know personally, my parents split up after I graduated high school, and it has been a decade now, and there's still a lot of issues, and it's very uncomfortable. Actually got to the point where now I don't even go to visit either parent for Thanksgiving, and I just kind of do my own thing. But then every other holiday, we end up having two separate get-togethers, even though it's gotten a little bit better where my parents can be in the same room together, but they have yet to even say anything. So step by step. And I think that I also thought it was interesting in the textbook. I wish I could remember this specific time frame, but I know that it mentioned that now in our history, this is like the longest period of time. Not the longest period of time, excuse me. This is a point in our history where we actually are trying to spend the longest portion of our lives with another person. Where before I was saying that a typical marriage lasted like 28 years before a spouse passed, and now with the increased longevity, marriages to last like 45 years or longer. And I thought that was interesting. The other topic we're supposed to talk about is why sex really isn't talked about or discussed with the elderly. And I personally believe the main reason is we don't want to think about our parents or grandparents actually still engaging in that activity. That's just my opinion. And out of the links that were provided, I thought it was actually really nasty that only like 12% of single men actually stated that they always use protection, and 32% of single women did. They're just, I don't know, that just sounds, it's nasty. And it did actually support the other statistic that STDs more than doubled among middle-aged adults and the elderly over the last decade. And so I guess that's one reason why. And I'm not saying that it's nasty if you are in a long-term, like, set relationship. When I hear that, I just think automatically just like kind of like you're playing the field, and that's just nasty. You don't do that. You protect yourself and you protect your partner. Bottom line. Alright. Well, happy viewing and bye.